Hello and welcome to another recording of STO or Star Trek Online. I'm going to continue my series on fleet assets and the benefits you get from having them. So let's have a look. As you can see from my own assets, I've got 1,800 dilithium from doing the duty officer assignments. So we'll just move this over a bit. And you can see I'm getting experience, fleet marks, certain things for doing certain officer assignments. Doing some energy credits, some dilithium in there. I've already got my ship full of passengers, so I can't finish that one off. We'll go back to the assets. And I got 230 dilithium just from collecting some of those duty officer assignments. So now we'll... Oh, I'm in cool down. Oh, dang it. What can I do then? I will head for New Romulus, I think. And we'll have a look at the embassy. Okay. So this is just the Alpha Quadrant itself. And you're thinking, like, all these stars are a system. You can't find the system, it's really easy to find. You just go to the system list. You scroll down to the one you're looking for. I'm looking for N for New Romulus. There you go, New Romulus. Double click on your, double left click your mouse. And you can see in the background the ship is starting to move off in that direction. Change your camera view. Once you leave the Sol system, this will disappear. Or the area of the Sol system. Okay. I really like this space view because whenever you change your ship, you can get a really good close-up look. You can see that this is a stealth ship. It's got a very thin profile. Very thin profile. It's almost defiant looking, but a little bit more stealthy. Not really a fan of the stealth ships, but I do actually like the overall design of them. Pretty much I'm only using them to max out the mastery, which is this thing here. So once you get all 5, you actually activate a passive, or sometimes it's passive, sometimes it's a trait. So a starship trait, so I'll pop up in here. You can actually choose from all these different things which help improve your ship in battle. So you can do a whole heap of different things that will help increase your energy weapons damage, or weapons damage in general, healing of hold and shields. So if offensive or defensive improvements. When you start the game, you actually accumulate these as you level up and do other things. So you've got 9 here, another 5 here. And active reputations is when you max these out to a level 5, you get all these new different abilities. So you can see here, once you get to level 5, you can activate that. For each one there's an ability of level 5, and some of them are ground, some of them, like this one here, looks like it should be a ground one just from the look of the picture. Ground armor, but it could be a star one. There. 10 seconds. It could be a space and ground weapon, doesn't actually specify. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I won't count that top one, but I did, but 11. You can choose from that when you get to your traits. As you can see, I've only maxed out 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, which are the first 4, I think. And again, I haven't really... When I log in, I play a bit of the missions. I reset all of these things. I'll show you how easy that is. Why is that finished before that? It should be finished at the same time. Well, anyway, this is the only one I need to max out to 20. So what I do is I just go to the bottom, 6,000 every 20 hours. Activate that. You can do up to 3 of the same thing. So you can see here bonus XP, and it's all kits and modules. So I've got 3 of them going. And then I'm trying to max out these things so I can get to the Omega research. So I'm just doing, you can do up to 5 at a time. 20 minutes each, or an hour and 40 for 5 of them. Click on it again, reset it, go to 5. Begin, reset, go to 5. And I think we're at New Romulus. Okay, enter New Romulus, and then once we're in orbit, it'll say, do you want to enter the embassy? Okay. And you can, as you can see, like in the beginning of the very first video I did, I showed, or at the end of the second one as well, I think, you can see that there are different races. There's a Romulans, Federation, another Federation, what's this, another Romulan, yep. So yeah, there's lots of different things. So let's beam to the embassy, which is one of the holdings of your empire. I don't think there's much in the way of external appearance when you're upgrading, because it's all an internal sort of environment. So I'm guessing the internal environment will go up as you unlock exchange access. Stuff. Yeah. So you can see there's different things that unlock. Again, once you join your own fleet, you'll learn all that sort of stuff. This is just a guide to show you the benefits of having a fleet and what you can get from it. This video is going to be a lot shorter than the Starbase one, because this one is just a smaller area. It's just a single, it's just 2 floors, but it's basically just a single floor with an upper ramp that doesn't really do much of anything. So let's see, you start in a transporter, and you can just go through here. I think this one here is a staircase that goes up, and then there's this upper floor. So we'll just have a quick look. Okay. So you've got your bank access and mail access in these terminals around the outside. So let's walk up to them and have a look. Bank access, and that should be mail access up here. We'll just quickly go up and have a look. And again, these decorations I think are chosen by the fleet leader. They can actually change it to different presentations. And so there you go, mail service. And then there's another bank and a mail service on the opposite side. So you got a bank and a mail service. You got your standard crew officer, I believe. Oh no, this one gives you tasks. I think you have to walk around looking for specific lost items for that one. Again, haven't done this for a long time, but once I start playing the new game, I will go through each mission. If I do join a fleet and the fleet is actually upgrading, I can actually show you the way the fleet upgrades. And if it is a new faction, everyone's going to be doing their own thing. So this is like the Starbase dining hall. This is a meeting hall, and again you've got your bartenders over here. This is not close enough. There we go. So you can buy these off them, and again this is stuff you can replicate from your own inventory. You can actually replicate more food than this. There you go. Okay, yeah. And you can see auction. So you can only get this from your embassy, because the embassy is where this stuff is. The planet is where the stuff is actually made. This is one of the actual missions you get when you first start helping the Romulans. You actually find this river and help them study it. Okay, let's jump over the table. Very poor etiquette there. You can see that, yeah, it's just a basic layout, but it's got all the things you need. This is the Federation characters, of course. Klingons will have a version of this, and the Romulans have a version of this. Okay. let's see. The left is the staircase that goes up. Yep, and the right is a new room. Again, I can't remember what this room is. Admiral's office, by the looks of it. Oh, activate that. Ah, dang it! Keep hitting that wrong button. So that's the basic downstairs. Got this oval entry, big open entry area with a bit of access to certain things. We'll head upstairs, and I think it's like a science center upstairs. Native plant life, or underwater plant life. After this video, I'll continue on, and I'll probably just beam down to the planet's surface and show you things that are connected to the planet. So here you can see down into where you enter. There's the office area. Entry's just behind that flag. And again, I think you can change the flags to suit. This whole point of this embassy is to study the planet. It's a new planet, well, it's a new homeworld for the Romulans. So they're studying all the plant life. I think there was a tank here that had, maybe not. So again, there's not much to do in this one. That's why it was a quick, easy video. So I'm going to add also an outside view of the Romulan landing zone to show you what you can do to help them build their own empire. But again, this will be quick because when we play the game, there we go, aquatic life. I knew it had something. When you play the game, you will actually have a mission to do things around the starbase, this embassy, and the planet itself. But the embassy is only part of the missions if you have the fleet sort of thing. Okay, so the transporters are over here. Can't transport out. You've got to go back to the transporter room. Oh, there you go. There's the door to exit to the planet, hopefully. Go to staging area. So the staging area is where your crew will beam down. As you can see, you can only take one crew member with you. And again, I don't really know why you can take any at all. They don't really do much of anything. There is like a battle area, but even then, it's, you know, iffy if you need them. Okay, so let's go to the main. Oh, this is the actual entire system you can look at. So we're right up here at the top. I'm only going to show you the staging area, and then all this other stuff we'll get through if we get to the gaming aspect of it, once we get to the game playing. Okay, what's this up here? This is a tribute to Spock. I'm gonna have to go back. The need of the many outweigh the need of the few. So this was actually put in there once Leonard Nimoy died. They put a tribute here, and I think also on Vulcan. They put a tribute to him here on the planet canon in game because he helped save many Romulans, I believe, in the long run. Tried to help unification with the Romulan and the Vulcan empires. Okay, so you can see that the Klingons are part of the truce here, the Romulans. So it's like all three factions are actually, sort of at peace at the moment. You do have skirmishes throughout the game. So up here, you have the radiation scan. So once you get into the map and get into all the different areas of the map, you can see I've run from up here to down here, and there's still so much to look at. There's a shuttle being repaired, hover dollies to move things around. So once you activate certain elements, let's have a look. I think it's the episodes. No, not Romulus. New Romulus. Yep. So as you can see from here, these are the different areas to go to. All these different things are the areas on the map. So you can replay them daily, or probably every half hour or so. Again, I can't remember. And the staging area, you just help repair certain things and get things functioning again. The warehouse is a storyline where stuff's going missing. You just replay them over and over again. And for this, you will get 720 dilithium ore, 10 Romulan marks, which help with your reputation, and 320. So you get 1,040 dilithium ore. I'm not sure if that's a typo or something. And then new Romulas marks, which is again part of the reputation. So that can't be wrong. New Romulas mark package. Oh, new Romulas mark package. I would go through it, but I think it takes a long time to actually do it. Again, I only did it once about a week ago for the first time in a year, and it did take quite a while. So all these stories are about half an hour each to collect the resources. You get 4% per resource you collect, up to 100. I can start one off just to show you how long it will take, but I won't go too in-depth into the game. So let's see. Conduct repairs, there you go. You'll see here it goes from 0 to 4%. Why does the thing... Okay. You can see this little white rabbit looking thing here, an epoch. You can actually breed these and you can get about 5 or 6 different personal pets. They're like the rabbit version on this planet. Okay, so let's see. Here, this person is just standing around, so you'll... oh no, not this one, sorry. There you go, this one. So they get, not bored, but they get frustrated at what's happened with Romulus, and they just, you know, you've got to encourage them to continue with the effort. Let's see, what else is there? Should be little green things popping up all over the place. See, this is what I'm saying. It does take a while, so I'm not going to go through the whole thing. This thing comes from the river, so you'll be scanning these a lot in another mission. Not scanning them, sorry, pinning them with tags so you can monitor their life cycle. Okay, conduct repairs. And as you level up, it'll be Captain, it's an honor, Lieutenant, it's an honor, up until you get to the Admiral stage. But I think you've got to be at a certain level to access this mission. You might have to actually be an Admiral. Wait a minute. Just... oh. Everyone's just standing around, so they're doing their thing. There you go. Thought so. Suspicious behaviour. So there's 2 different outcomes to that. One, they will just say, yep, I'll keep an eye out myself. Or 2, they'll turn out to be a spy and attack you. Okay. Never seen that before. That is awesome. That must... Great. Okay, can I talk to this thing? If that's another player... See, these things are pretty approachable. They're very curious creatures. I think this is another player. Okay. Here we go. This little green dot on the floor. This is what I was looking for. This should be a personal access pad. Collect report. Okay, so there are 3 reports. The engineering, the science, and the tactical. And 2 being so close together. Awesome. And then... if I can find one more of those, I'll end the playthrough. But you can see that every time you... except for the reports, every time you collect something, it goes up a percentage. So it must be just under 4%, but it rounds off to the highest level. Great. Okay. So you can repair these. You can repair any of the stations. So you got... oh, there you go. Another one over here. And if you run around the map in a circle... this circle... actually, this might be a bit better way to show you the size of the map, because I've got this... this is the staging area we're working in. Then you've got... these areas here to also do. Just find one more little report. Oh, no. focused. Okay. Is that it right there? No, it's just the light. Okay. You can see the reports are on the floor, so if you've played the game a few times, you know where to run to and where to look for them. But not all of them will highlight. It's only certain ones that will highlight. Are they standing around? Again, it will just go up a small percentage, and this is why I don't want to go through a whole gameplay unless I actually play the game and show you. But once you get all 3 reports, you go to the guy here, the historian, I believe. No, not the historian. It's glowing green as well, so we'll fix this console. There's another console over there that needs to be fixed. 35 to... let's have a look. 39. Oh, right there in the corner, like that. Okay, we'll fix this. And it's at the warehouse entry, I believe, so we'll quickly run up there. And then we'll end the video once I've shown you this. And then I'll just... actually, I might just continue playing. I'm playing the game anyway, so I'll continue playing, but you can see that there is certain things. So, to the Romulan Overseer, here's a report from each department, and you'll see from 43, it will jump to 51. So for each report, it's like 1% or something like that, you know, 2 or 3%, and then you just, if you hand them all in at once, you get a large pop bonus to it. So if you can find those reports, you can, now that I've handed them in, they all 3 will pop up again. But you will see that the reports that were here and here are no longer green. But there is the possibility that they will pop up again. And the report that was over there that was not lit up may actually light up this time. Okay. As you can see, there are other players that are playing, and they can get to the request before you do. Okay, and this is another little area. This is like a sleeping area for the Romulans that are working here. Okay, there's normally one there's normally one little fellow sneaking around here, and they will attack you. Stay vigilant. Okay, is that... it's a Romulan verse. Buzz cut. Okay. Can I find... oh, what was it? Oh. What just lit up? Oh, look. I obviously did a bad job. Okay. Yeah, so if you go outside that circle, you won't actually find anything to repair or people to talk to. Romulan researcher. Okay. So this tells you about the animals on the planet. So these are bugs. This is again one of the other levels. This is another area to look at. And again, these are these pets. You can get an egg. You can upgrade it to a full adult once you do certain research things. Oh, here he is. Let's see. Will he turn out to be the... no, he's a good guy. Normally, there we go, a report, just interrupt their little conversation, grab another report. You can sometimes find that I'm sneaking around the back here. No, okay, let's get out of this little pocket. Okay. There you go, that tower's faulty again. So everything has a timed reset. I think there's only a certain percentage that will be broken at any one time. And you might be thinking, well, there's like hundreds, probably thousands of players. How come there aren't hundreds or thousands of people running around this little circle? Each map has a duplicate, and I think there are like 20 maps or something for each area. If you watch the ARC crew, the Star Trek Online team do their own Twitch videos and watch how they can skip through certain game areas, you will see that there's the exact same map the same NPCs and everything, and the only difference really is that if there's more than 10, say, people in one map, another one, if you beam from map 1 in space, you'll beam to map 2 instead of 1 because there's too many people there already. Your work matters. Okay. There's another pad right there that you could possibly pick up later on. Okay. Almost there, almost at the end. If you do get to 100% and you have those pads, you actually do lose those 1 or 2 pads that you had that you haven't handed in, because basically it resets at 100%. There we go, shuttle maintenance. And one more should do it. Oh, did it again. I'm trying to avoid that, but it's like a habit just to run fast. Voila. Return to Foreman Kerner, which is right there. You can see it's telling you where to go, which is... oh, okay. Collect that. Have a look at our inventory. So 1,040 dilithium, 102 Romulan marks. And then we'll go back to the storyline. New Romulus. Every half hour. So every half hour, and again, excuse me, every mission has a similar sort of prize to it. Let's scroll down. 720 dilithium and new Romulus marks. And those marks go to your reputation. So we're at New Romulus. I just got 102 marks. That means I can put it into this special project. So this will help you level up to level 5 by doing these sorts of things. And the higher the level, the more access you get to better weaponry and better ship sets. So let's see, well, this one here, the weapon. No, it's not that one. I will actually tell you, I think. There you go, it's a set. 0-point energy conduit, which is a console. Because it doesn't have a tactical or anything next to it, I say it's a universal console. Goes in any slot. Heavy plasma torpedo and Romulan plasma array. So once you get all 3 of those, your set accumulates bonuses, and then you get an extra bonus on top of a bonus on top of a bonus. And I've got a different set on, but you can see here more details. I've got a set of 4 here. So 1 will give you that, 2 will give you that extra bonus on top of that, 3 will give you another bonus on top, and 4 will give you another bonus on top. And this is from another mission, another episode mission. I think for this one I actually had to do the mission 4 times. 3 times to get the equipment, because it's the same mission has the same price, but you can only choose 1 out of the 3. So you have to do the mission 3 times to get all those 3, and then the 4th one was from somewhere else. I think it might have been another episode. So there are different things to do. This is just the new Romulas staging area, and again we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 areas to choose from. And where's that area? Okay, we'll head up to the transporter and I'll show you. So you can see there's no consoles or anything out here. It's just jobs to do. But up here where you transport down in the first place, you've got the bank and mail access, and I think on the other side you've got the exchange. There you go. So you got your 3 main access points. That's your transporter pad here. When you start, you will talk to this guy up here, and that he will start off the new Romulus storyline missions. Okay, let's have a look at this. Now, all of these areas here are the ones that have missions attached to them. So once you get there, you can actually talk to the foreman in charge of that particular area, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think there are 8 storylines in here, so let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that's another another story altogether, but it's part of the storyline. So you can either talk to the foreman at these transporter sites. They should be near a hut or something near these areas, and they'll give you missions for the day or for the half hour. So by the time you go through all the missions, you can start the first one again and go through them all. Or if by the time you finish your third one, the first one should have timed out and you can go back, so you can pick your favorite 3 to do and just redo them over and over again. I would suggest the Epoch one, because the more Epoch mission things you do, the more research you get. The more research you get, the faster you can upgrade your Epochs to pets. Do I have them on me, or did I put them back in my bank? Here they are. So they're not even fully grown. I've only got 4 to start. I think one of these... This one was actually a winter event, Snow Q's Wonderland, but the other 3 are from the this planet. Okay, if you have any further questions about New Romulus, I'm again going to be playing this mission once I get the new character started in June, but I'm more than happy to do a quick playthrough of certain things if you're not sure what to do. When you do first get to this planet, you have to actually follow these roads to the area with your DNA or transporter pattern into the transporter pad, so that you can transport there later on. So it's a way to introduce you to the planet, to see all the different wonders and stuff. And I'll show you one more thing. Why is it not? Here it is, right here. So because the Remans are into darkness, they've actually given them their own colony on New Romulus. So the Romulans are up above and Remans below, and they've got their own little colony down here. So even though they share the planet, they do actually have their own little areas. Remans, again, I think we're miners, slave miners, but on this planet I'm assuming they'll be miners still to a degree, but helping each other. Be some sort of coefficient relationship going on there. So yeah, more than happy to do a playthrough where I'll walk across the map. There are characters I have that haven't done this yet, so I'm more than happy to do that. But again, I'm going to be doing that with my new Dominion playthrough in June. Have any questions? Leave a comment below. Have any comments on how to make my channel better? More than happy to take comments. I know I'm not perfect, no one is. More than happy to take criticism. All I ask is that you keep it civil in the conversations below. And I'll see you in the next video.